Good morning everybody. So what does today bring? I'm just going out for a run. I'm going to go for about an hour, whatever that might look like, hoping to get around 10k or maybe slightly further with my 10k race coming up next week. It makes sense just to confirm that distance on the legs, even though I'm absolutely certain I can do it. Here's something I have to also do today: work on the technique of moving my feet in that cyclical motion. And how do you start to incorporate that? Well, the physio said you will not be able to implement it immediately. What you have to do is kind of run normally, basically my current more inefficient method, and then after a minute or so do a minute on of really purposeful movement, then drop back to normal. He just said over time that minute looks like 2 minutes, then 3 minutes, and before you know it, you're running in that pattern, in that motion. So that is the plan right now, as soon as I get up this hill. Okay everybody, hope you're doing well. Let's just have a quick kind of talk through of what I'm doing then. So as I've started to move today, I'm making sure I'm bringing my feet up a little bit more like this. Not that high, but in order to get into that motion, what I actually started to do with my arms is this, just to build in that kind of cyclical feel. I do feel like my legs are actually following suit with that, so that's proving really positive at the moment. I just did a 4:47 kilometre that felt so easy and straightforward. I'm certainly feeling like my power through the stride has improved significantly just with that small change. I'm trying to undo at the moment 14 months worth of technique, which is obviously very difficult. So I appreciate it's going to take me some time to do that, but I'm going to continue to work on it. So in order to truly show the difference, I need to get back on the treadmill and do a kind of side-by-side comparison. But let me see if I can at least capture a shot here of what the technique I'm working towards should look like. So I don't know if you can see there, but it's got a little bit more bounce to it. It's a little bit lighter, and as I say, I'm just starting to actually feel that increased performance, which I think I would agree that some of it's probably mental up here, but equally though, I do know that I'm actually feeling the sensation of being propelled forward, and yeah, that is quite fascinating. As I said before, I'm so excited about the theory and putting those things into practice and what a difference it can make to me as a runner that I'm just all in. Advice, tips, I just take it, love it, apply it, learn from it, and just try to get a little bit better each and every time I go out. Okay, let's see if I can actually show you now the range of motion, the things I'm working on. So first and foremost, we are going with the pendulum move. Feet together, leg out behind you, move down, back up. Obviously you saw the other day that I'm actually now going to be placing an object, so this is pretty small, but equally it's straight down, place, back up, 45 degrees to the left, 45 degrees to the right. A little bit wobbly there, you can see, not on the flatter surfaces, but from the side now, it's going to be down, back up. Repeat both legs 12 times, or rather through that motion. So 4 forward, 4 to left, 4 to right. Left leg equaling the right leg. Single leg squat. Well, I did show you a demonstration the other day, but chair behind you, block if you need it to start with, and just making sure you are balancing, going down and rising back up, and continue to do that 12 here and 12 here. The right leg, of course, is the one that I'm working on at the moment, So I'm looking to left and right. This is a cycle route. I don't want to be midway through a squat. So you can see that I'm starting to build in far more stability when I do that. Now, I don't know if you can see this, hopefully it's in shot. I'd also have resistance bands here. I'm getting down and I'm doing this walk here. And that happens at the start of my workout, or my training at least. No, none of those words, exercises. So I do that there. I then move into the single leg squats. I then move into pendulum. We've also got the calf extension on the block. So foot on the block there, keeping that upright, and then standing up. So that's also in place. Yeah, so on top of those things there, I've also then got the technique to work on, which, as I've shown you, hopefully that there you saw it in my previous clip, that the foot, my calf's actually very tight, so even though I can hold it there, to actually flick it up there's that's basically as far as it goes. So that's all I can ask my body at the moment, until I can build into a bit more flexibility and mobility. So I'm kind of getting from here, which is what I currently do, to just up here, just building in a bit of a little bit more flick. And actually, let's be honest, a good way to test this is on a wet day. If I run out on a wet day and my back up here is wet and covered in dirt, that's good, because it means I'm flicking those legs up. If I'm not, it means that I'm still going back to that kind of reduced motion. But it's tough. Even today, just doing that, I'm starting to feel the activation of different muscles, which is making me a little bit more fatigued than normal. But like I say, I'm loving it, I'm having a good time. I need to carry on this run, but I thought it's a good place just to stop and try and show you at least, horse in the background, show you at least a bit of the range of motion that I'm working on. So hopefully that's a little bit more informative. Like I said, I don't have all the equipment with me to show you in full, but yeah, a little bit more detail for you. So let's go on this run. We're about 20 minutes in. I've stopped already, but like I say, let's go back to it. That was a truly transformational 10k run, averaging 5 minutes per kilometre, 50 minutes and 1 second. So really, really good. I know it says I was going to run for an hour, but actually, quit while I'm ahead. It felt really good. I don't feel any reason to push it any more than that. And just employing that technique and starting to utilise that efficiency has just turned it around. Now, that doesn't mean all of a sudden I'm so much better at running and that's my job done. It's going to take a lot of continued work. It's going to take a lot of the mental side of things to just tune into that rotation and movement. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready to start applying this to longer distances. Like I say, that speed that came out today was not intentional. I ran purely on feel. It felt pretty consistent, and the result is, as I've just mentioned. So it was nice to actually not feel any sensation that I had to push the speed. It was just there. And I also think, on reflection, having this period of time off has just allowed everything just to recover and reset. My feet, legs in general. I may well have lost some of that aerobic base at a distance, but wow, I feel good for it.